roughly 70% of the debt is actually owed to Americans themselves. So, if every country is borrowing, who are they borrowing from? And if everyone owes money, who's getting paid? When we talk about the national debt, it's easy to picture some big, powerful, shadowy figure pulling the strings and holding all the money. That's not how it works, because modern debt doesn't just move in straight lines like we're used to, it moves in circles. To better understand this concept, let's zoom in on the United States, the world's most indebted country. You may be wondering who can possibly lend them that much money, but here's the surprising part. Roughly 70% of the debt is actually owed to Americans themselves. So the US borrows from itself. Here's how it works. We know that governments borrow money by issuing bonds and promising to pay it back with interest, the exact same way that you would borrow money from a bank. So who is buying these government bonds? Well, most likely you. When you put money into the bank, it doesn't just sit there in a vault. Banks put the money to work, trying to grow it so they can pass some interest back to you, which they do by lending, investing, and of course buying bonds. As of now, commercial banks in the US hold nearly $1.8 trillion worth of US Treasury bonds, triple the entire GDP of countries like Brazil or Canada. So although it may sound weird that the US is borrowing from itself, it's actually just money flowing from parts of the country where it's sitting idle to parts where it's needed and being spent.